The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses out there growling and prowling with us. We have the Dow right now down 71. Nasdaq off 11. S&Ps are off 9. We got gold down 13. Silver's off 41. Oil's down 43. Bonds, they're going to make their way. They're at the 143 mark right now. They're gunning for that 144. King dollar rejected the lows again. Up not a lot, 37 ticks, 79.31. The euro's back 89, and Spain, folks, is imploding.
Oh man, getting close to that March low. It's got 67.02 as the number. It's at 67.93.
Yep, and this little baby, folks, is something to pay attention to because it's not only down there, but the way it's down there. Now I'll know at the end of today if this ever has volume today. I don't get this for about 8 hours later, but if this has more volume, then it's going to be 323 million. That's that's a monster ABC down. It's already going into the lows of 2009. It looks like it wants to break those. Looks like it wants to go to 2005. And what's wide?
What are their all-time? Well, I guess you can't say all-time.
Yeah, well, I can pull that up. I can bring it back to 1980. So if we take the IBEX 35 and I put this on the maximum, what you're going to see is that right now, and
so it really looks like it's kind of probably try to get into the 2002 area, huh?
Yes, 2002 is 5,200, which is easy pickings, because 6702.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, is the number, and the way the volume is coming down on folks is astronomical. So it's like 52 is game, and the reality is that
it's in the December 2002 area.
That's right. And what happens here is that and we'll get that volume characteristic this afternoon. Okay. And if it has volume, right, then what's game is 2,200. Another another devastation. I mean, in a huge.
So
way.
you were saying as you were coming in this morning, we were just talking not only just about coffee and butter.
Yes.
But they were really, when you're down, they're kicking you, right?
Oh yeah. So this is amazing.
Man.
Right. So so that's technically how it's set up, right? Yeah. But fundamentally, what's happening, folks, and of course, this is what. Unfortunately, survival of the fittest is all about.
Yeah, but you always got to learn from it.
No, you do have to learn from it, man. You do have to learn from it. And, when you look at...
It's better to learn from the experience of others. Right?
No doubt.
Your own experiences.
No doubt.
So.
And when you look at it on a fundamental basis, of course, what you had Argentina take over all the gas, gas and oil, and Argentina, they kicked Spain out, right? Well, Brazil yesterday, bottom line, took over all the electricity, kicked Spain out. And it's pretty amazing, man. And Spain has no friends right now. I mean,
really?
They're coming to us. They're coming to us saying, hey, well, you know what?
It's such a fun-loving people.
So it's a bummer. I mean,
I love the Spaniards. It's always big hugs and
it's a bummer. But let me tell you something, folks. You better keep that as a heads up.
Yeah. Won't last forever, though. Everybody's liking Greece now, right? I see S&P or Moody's or somebody say,
well, the
Greece fire's over.
They moved on to Spain. Well, what this has to do with, too, I mean, the reality there is that the revolution's still going on. I mean, those were all Spain's colonies. When you think of it, it's pretty wild. But bottom line is that bad scene.
Yeah,
bad scene.
So you're out of energy, so to speak, right? You don't control your energy, period.
Well, now they got
electricity or oil and gas.
Well, Spain,
guess the telephones. Who are they going to steal the telephones from?
Whoever has it.
I know. We should find out.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
That's the next big utility to go, right? Let's take care of the communications.
No doubt.
Oh, man.
So, yesterday, monster failure. Let's go over to the Dow first, folks, because the Dow, I mean, this is screaming. You got a triple top. You have a test of that top with 700 million shares versus 1.6 billion. And that 1.6 billion, that was an option expiration, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is that was March 16th. And it couldn't handle it. So today's a huge day because the reality is going to be, okay, excuse me, folks, do we have any traction on the way back.
Yeah.
And if you have lighter traction on the way back, well, okay, it's not over yet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, you know, what's kind of cool was, you know, David's working on the Art of the Chart software.
Yes,
and he sent over this morning, he sent over a number of Gartley and butterfly patterns, you know, that he scans for. And it's a great scanning tool, folks. And then I was thinking about it, because I was thinking about, you know, everybody's talking about, well, today's the anniversary of the 2011 highs, May 2nd.
Right.
I stopped for a second and said, wait a minute here. David's birthday, which we just celebrated, was February 29th, leap year. We got an extra day in there. Yesterday was really the anniversary date, if you think about it.
Wow.
Right?
That's
so yesterday,
cool.
in essence,
That's
if there was no leap year,
that's right.
Yesterday would have been May 2nd.
That's right.
So how wild would that actually be?
That's huge. That's huge. That is
interesting.
No, it is. Yeah. Let's go to another David. David in Clearwater. Hey, David, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How we doing today?
We're doing great, man. We'll get you on the phone.
I'm telling you, it's an outstanding day, fellas. It's an outstanding day. Got a question for you. Completely missed, because I wasn't able to be in front of a screen there. I had seen some clients yesterday. Completely missed the run-up and then the run-down on the small caps. Looking at it on the futures exchange, on the TF contract, hourly, looks like it might be testing or coming close to maybe testing 812. You think it's a little too late to maybe, let's say, short the Russells?
Okay, so let's take a look. You get the Russell 2000. Now, the thing that is amazing about the Russell 2000 is this, folks. You know, you have the fast sell-off, but also what you have is that this is a Tiger Gartley on the weekly. It's a Tiger Gartley on the daily, and it's a butterfly. Yeah. When Steve and I were doing the going across Go Long America tour, we were bringing this up. Now, the amazing part, folks, is that was done going all the way back in February. Now, it hasn't got, you know, well, it spiked it once, but that was it.
Yes.
But, you know, it spiked it. It never, let's see, it closed 39. So, it closed 6 points over that for one day. That was it. Now, that's saying, bottom line, is, hey, you're going south. And it's already proved it, meaning that each time this comes down, you're down on some real juice. You know, if we take a look at just the Russell first, what you have with the Russell is that, you know, first high up there was 323 contracts. You come down with 273. You test it again with 299. You come down with 307. And what I would do, David, is this. I would wait. You know, we just had, see, what just happened, actually, is that you just had the first slight bounce. I mean, you know, you got to 812 and you're at 810. It's not the end of the world. I would sit here and wait a bit. It might be too late. That's the bottom line. You know, when these things, my larger take is that the last gasp is in. You know, so you got plenty of time though, because if the last gasp is in, we're going to be going down for quite a while. Now, the small caps really have already confirmed that, because they've been down now since February 2nd.
Yeah.
You know, and what are we? We're in May 2nd. February, March, April, May. That's 90 days that they haven't moved. You know, so.
Yeah, so, I was thinking that, because I got stopped out on the TTA a couple days back, and when I saw it spike up, I'm like, well, maybe this thing, you know, maybe they're going to jam it up again.
Well, you know, the NQs are in play. The reason the NQs are in play, you know, you know, they're trying to keep Apple up, and they can't keep it up. Apple's toast, man. You know, someone's taking a bite out of Apple, and they're taking a good bite out of it. So
someone's taking a bite out of the whole market. I'm looking at the screens as we're talking to you. Someone's taking a bite out of the whole market.
Well, I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. You know?
Appreciate
I've been on a starvation diet for a while, man.
I hear you.
The bears are out of the caves now, you know? About time.
No doubt.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go over to that gold contract. Gold out here, they're slamming the baby again. And it's going to be interesting to see if, in fact, they can get it lower. You know, they've been having a tough time bringing that down. Someone's in there, with some heavy volume. There's no doubt about it. You know, if we go back to that trade on the 30th, right?
Yeah, right.
So yesterday in a gold report, what I did is I dissected. You know, we were dissecting the trade from yesterday.
Yes, that's
okay?
correct. Yes.
But there was a trade, folks, on Monday morning at 8:31 to be exact, in the gold market. And when I was looking at this, I'm saying to myself, man, this is just crazy. And the reason being is that when you're dissecting trades, folks, okay, there's so much speculation that goes inside them. There's no doubt about it.
Sure.
Now, what happened with this one is I didn't have to speculate, because this is what ends up happening. If the CTFC, if they shut the market, right, they have to actually come out and say why they did it.
Yeah.
Well, they do it within 24 hours, and they did. They come out yesterday morning, right before I was doing the gold report.
Okay.
Then they shut it for 12 seconds. And they shut it for 12 seconds because someone slammed the gold contract, 7,500 contracts.
Yeah.
Now, 7,500 contracts, folks, bottom line, first off, that's a $75 million trade. That $75 million that you need in your account is a $1.2 billion trade in the marketplace.
Yeah, right.
Billion, okay?
Right.
That reminded me of going back to who's Larry's friend, Mark, that has
sure.
great
Mark Douglas?
Yeah, Mark Douglas.
Okay.
And Mark Douglas's book, right, folks, he has, and it's an outstanding book. What's his name? I should know.
Trade in the Zone.
Trade in the Zone. I've read it 1,000 times, but that was 15 years ago.
Exactly.
So watch how this goes. Here's a story in this book. This is a true story, too, by the way, folks. And it's a true story about one of the largest futures traders. This guy comes up to him and says, I know where the market's going.
Yeah, I love this.
This is a great story.
For sure.
Because I know where the market's going. I do these technicals and all that. So the guy says, okay, come on up, show me how this works, right?
Yeah.
So this is live, folks. So it's live. So he's sitting, above the pits with them. If you've ever been down there, they don't need, the pits are slower down, but the bottom line is that you can sit above the pits, look down at the pits. So he's looking down. And, he says, okay, well, tell me where wheat's going to go right now. And he says, well, wheat's going to do this and that. And he says, oh, okay. He picks up the phone. The guy picks up the phone, folks, and says, sell 200 contracts of wheat. Puts the phone down. Boom. Wheat breaks the bottom like in 2 seconds flat.
Exactly.
And so the trader who's experienced beyond belief that has all the money turns around to the technical guy and says, okay, now what are you going to do?
That's right.
So, in the gold market, because of the way I'm looking at that bottom, I'm saying to myself, what I saw yesterday, okay, is that, that monster is more than like your bank, and they're going to jam that thing down there.
All
you stay
they do
right
is
there.
pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. Whack it. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direxion Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direxion Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirexionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direxion Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direxion shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direxion shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com.
What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on grows. If you're committed to becoming an extraordinary trader and investor, then make mastery your outcome. Yes, my best student, Steve Rhodes, became my best teacher. But even more important is what he's taught me, and the time is now for you to take advantage of his knowledge.
Thanks, Tom. I've learned that it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. I want to teach you the consistency that exists in the stock, futures, forex, and commodity markets day in, day out. For one solid day, Friday, May 18th, I'm going to conduct an online master trader course that'll teach you how to buy and sell the D point. This one pattern alone, with the single best entry and exit techniques, when combined with my money management strategies, will create extraordinary rewards for you and your family. The course will be archived so you can review it as many times as you'd like, and it'll teach you to become a master. All the details are on the homepage at TFNN.com. Sign up today because mastery is one click away. It's your decisions, not your conditions, that determine your destiny.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
1992. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, folks. And, now we're going to go over to our health expert at TFNN.
I love it.
We got our man, Mr. Nico DeHaan. And folks, if you haven't Nico has a great newsletter too.
He does, absolutely.
You come over to our website at TFNN. Right under these newsletters, you're going to see health signals. You can test drive that right here, right now. And he also has the best health show on the planet, right here, noontime on Fridays, noon to 1. Nico, what's going on, brother?
Gentlemen, how you doing today?
Hey, listen,
Excellent. Ready for your brew, baby.
We want to talk about eating fat.
Well, the funny thing is, we talked about it the other day, and this bulletproof coffee, which I found on another podcast, and this guy actually was visiting Nepal.
Okay.
His name is Dave Osprey, and he was given, when he was up at 18,000 feet, he was given this brew which was called yak butter tea.
Okay.
And it had a lot of yak butter in it. And he didn't really like the taste of it at first, but it just gave him a huge amount of lift and made him feel good. And, of course, when you're talking about butter, you're talking about something that we have consumed for thousands of years.
Yes. And
there's so many good things in butter. There's all kind, the fats. All our great vitamins are fat-soluble vitamins, and they help. Butter helps them being dissolved. And, it contains vitamin D, vitamin K. It helps your immune system. It has these great things called medium-chain fatty acids, which really boost the immune system. It's used for weight management. It helps you lose weight. I mean, there's so many good things in it.
Can you explain to us, Nico, when you hear fat, you immediately hear heart attacks, We're going to get 8 million calls here, and, so explain to us the difference, okay, if you will, about the fat you're talking about versus whatever my perception of fat is.
Yeah.
I still don't get it, but that's why, I understand. So talk to me about it.
Yeah, well, the thing is that we have been consuming fat as human beings for millions of years. This is how genetically we're programmed to burn fuel, and that fuel is fat because there was no sugar. in the old days. I mean, sugar is
fat versus sugar, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you either burn fat or you burn sugar, or maybe a little combination of both. But what we want to do, and our preferred fuel, is fat, because, of course, fat is something that lasts a long time, where sugar lasts a very short time. So if you're going to burn a fuel, let's put it this way. If you're burning fuel in your gas tank, you want that gas tank to be nice and large so you can go a long ways.
Okay.
You're not going to put a 1-gallon tank in your Cadillac.
Right.
And this amounts to sugar. So that means you'd have to stop and feed that fuel for that 1-gallon tank.
So how do you know whether fats, is there good fat or bad fat, and how do you know what fat to eat?
Yeah, and the good fat is all the natural fats that are in nature, which comes mainly from animals, and not so much from vegetables and grains. And that's where the change took place. Back in about the 1940s or 50s, they started manufacturing fats that would have a real high shelf life and be easy to store for years and years and easy to put into food, and they made these things out of vegetables. Well, we're not really vegetable eaters as human beings. We eat some of them, but, we're really mainly animal eaters.
So we got Cinco de Mayo coming up, 3 days from now. Big party day.
Right.
And guacamole. Is that good fat or bad fat?
Fabulous fat.
There you go.
You're using a tropical fruit, just like a coconut or palm oil or avocado oil. It's a great oil, and I eat a couple of avocados a week, and it's just part of a good diet. So I have a shot of tequila and have some good fat, and you're in pretty good shape.
I love
folks. See, I told you it's the best health show around.
Exactly. You don't get that from the doctor. Go have a shot of tequila and some guacamole.
About things.
What's that?
If you look at some of the concoctions that were around in the 17 and 1800s with these medicine men, all they were doing was really putting moonshine or white lightning in a bottle of some kind and using that as some kind of nourishment for somebody with their ailments.
Kind of like Coca-Cola when they put Coke in Coca-Cola, right?
Well, probably it was better than it is today, but of course cocaine is something that I wouldn't be using, but certainly a small amount of it, like the people in the Andes know, that you probably get a lift from it, and probably it's good for them at that high altitude.
All right, so here's what I got to ask you, because I was thinking about it, all morning after the conversation Tom and I had on the show yesterday. Do you use a half a stick of butter to 1 cup of coffee?
About a third of a stick, I would say. You can use like 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons is probably about a third of one of those sticks. But you have to make sure that it's, first of all, grass-fed butter.
Stay right there. We're going to short break. We're coming right back, folks.
Okay.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, Nico DeHaan, folks. We're going to keep you rich, and we're going to keep you healthy. We're going to be right back.
I love it.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've always thought about trying out his newsletter, Market Insights. Well, now is the perfect time. For a limited time only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. If you decide to cancel within the 2-week trial period, pay absolutely nothing and keep Tom's book as a free gift from us. Tom sends out his daily newsletter each morning by 9:30 a.m. with trade recommendations, including price targets and price stops. As recently as March 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out a position for more than a 25% profit in just over 2 weeks. To get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights, along with your free copy of The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, visit the front page of tfnn.com. Supplies are limited for this one-of-a-kind special, so act today and don't let this opportunity pass you by. Offer only valid for new subscribers. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and the Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, first Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses. We're talking with our King Health Tiger out here, Nico DeHaan. And, folks, don't forget, Fridays noontime, noon to 1 Eastern Time. You can pick up the show right here at TFNN. You can get it archived. You can get it on your iPad. You can get it on your Android device. Nico also has an outstanding newsletter. It's Health Signals. Now, you can come over to our website and test drive that right here, right now. We're talking about coffee, and we're talking about putting... And in fact, it has to be grass-fed butter, right, Nico?
Yeah. What you do is you start with like 2 mugs of black coffee.
Okay.
And you want really good organic coffee. You want a dark roast coffee. That's what I would recommend.
Okay.
And then you can add about 2 tablespoons or maybe 3 tablespoons of a standard, say 2/3 of a standard stick of butter, like the Kerrygold or any other unsalted grass-fed butter.
Okay.
The other thing you can use would be grass-fed ghee. Now, grass-fed ghee is the best part of butter. They heat the butter and the oil rises to the top, and it's just a great oil. Okay, and what you do is you can put this in a blender. Now, the way I do it, at home I don't drink coffee. I just drink espresso. So I put just 1 teaspoon of the ghee in my espresso.
Okay.
But if you're doing it with coffee, because the butter doesn't blend right away, you can use like a preheated hand blender, one of those magic bullets, or you can even use a countertop blender, and you blend the coffee and the butter together until it starts to foam at the top. You get a nice foamy head on there.
You can probably just stir it quick. Can you just stir it quick too? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hey, let me ask you. I know when we were talking this morning, can you explain to the folks that you were saying that when you do that, then you're feeling real comfortable all day long, right?
Well, no doubt about it, because what our bodies, because of the paradigm of our government and these large corporations, has taken the fat out of everything, especially the healthy fats. They don't want us to eat saturated fat. They don't want to eat have us do anything that is animal fat, and they're so wrong about this. So because we're starving from this, all of a sudden you get this great satisfaction. Not only does the coffee taste fabulous, but you get this great satisfaction in your body that everything is just going great today, and that's why he called it bulletproof coffee, because it makes you feel bulletproof. It makes you feel fantastic.
Oh,
you got high energy. Your joints feel good because now you're lubricated. Just think how the oil works in an engine. And that's what it's doing for us too.
Because that's how we are, as a little machine, aren't we?
So how often do you drink it?
I drink it 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, a day.
2 or 3 times a day?
In the morning, after breakfast. I have it if I go before jiu-jitsu or after jiu-jitsu, and then I have it after my meal in the evening.
Okay. And in the morning, will you use that as a meal replacement, or you use that in addition?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But you certainly, this whole thing about breakfast being an important meal.
Yeah.
I would say yes, it is an important meal, but not everybody has to eat breakfast. So if you want to just do your coffee this way,
I only eat breakfast on weekends. I cook it for Angie. I love cooking, but I never eat breakfast. But
it's also a good way to optimize your fat burning. You're fat burning all night. You wake up, don't eat anything, and you're still fat burning. So. It's a good thing to do.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate it. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Don't forget, folks, Friday, right here at TFNN, noontime, you can check them out. And, of course, come over to our website at TFNN, and it's Health Signals. And you got his newsletter, folks, is just over the top.
Yeah,
I mean, it's over the top, man.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate the support. And Steve and Tom and all your listeners, you have a great day.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. It's amazing, isn't it?
And I think we got the recipe to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Okay, you're going to do tequila. There's this restaurant I love, downtown Tampa.
Okay,
and with their guacamole, what they offer you is they could either serve with chips or they serve with like vegetables.
Okay,
so you're using carrots and cucumbers to eat your guacamole. Okay, I mean, so that's.
You know what I have to get? I have to get for you. I'm gonna have Angie make some guacamole for you.
I love it.
Angie makes unbelievable guacamole, folks.
Okay.
When she makes it, I will just sit there and eat it day and night.
Oh,
well, not kidding.
Yeah. So great guacamole.
She puts a lot of stuff, onions and limes.
Yeah.
Just
so I think the Cinco de Mayo's got to be the health version, the TFNN. It's got to be the guacamole with carrots, and hopefully carrots are okay. I think they got a lot of sugar, and cucumbers.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what you're doing that night. You wake up the next morning, and you've got the bulletproof coffee to get you back up. Huh?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out, and we will get back with you, folks.
We should see if Carlos likes that.
Let's go to Carlos. Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother? Oh, that's too bad.
How are you?
Hey, we're doing good, man. How you been?
Oh, very well, thank you.
Good, man.
Thanks to you.
It's good to hear from you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you guys.
So, hey, listen, you going to try that bulletproof coffee?
Well, I think I will stick with the guacamole.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, guacamole and chipotle.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, big time. Big time.
I love it.
Well, you guys got all those, those hot peppers, man. I mean, you have so many great different hot peppers. When we came back from the Virgin Islands, we brought back a bunch of hot sauce, and it's really cool. There was one of the hot sauce we brought back.
Yeah.
It's hot, but it's sweet.
Really?
So yeah, whatever they did, they got this thing just right, man.
Oh.
I mean, I'm psyched because I like hot sauces.
Hey,
yeah, I love it. I definitely love it.
I wonder if we're making everybody hungry.
I'm starving. Hey, it's funny. Until I did the show in the morning, folks, when I get off the show in the morning,
boom.
As soon as I get off, I have a salad. I'm starving when I get off.
I love it. Burning energy, man.
So, how's life with you, man?
Oh, it's actually very, very well.
Great.
I think I have hit 4 stacks on the way down.
Okay.
Including apple.
Sweet.
And I'm happy. I'm really happy. If you ask who's taking a bite of apple, it's me with 30 shares.
I love it.
That's a beautiful thing,
I love
man.
it.
Thanks to you and Steve. Thank you, guys.
We love it.
Today, actually, I'm calling regarding TYP.
TYB. Okay, so
TYP.
TYP.
That's the Direxion technology?
I understand, yes. I'm not in front of my computer because I have to leave to take my daughters to school.
Okay.
While I was waiting, and I'm on my car right now, and I'm listening to you guys because I got into TYP at 9:03 yesterday.
Okay, so that's the Direxion 300% bear fund. The low is 9. Where am I? Oh man, let's see. Where am I? I don't have the high or low. Okay, so we're at 926 right now, and you know you're going to need some juice. There's no doubt about that. And I guess you're at. Well, this is good. You're getting up into that gap. I mean, this thing wants to go to 939, and once it gets there, it's going to need some real juice, you know, because when that gap down, it had some juice on the way down.
Yes.
But I believe that, you know, I'd have to find out what's inside that thing, what the weighting is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a direct correlation to the XLK or not.
Okay, so
you know, I mean, but that's obviously one that you would at least take a look at. But I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the exact same weighting structure.
It may be, and you know, hopefully it is, because if it's the XLK. You know, the XLK wants to run to that 2880, and right we're at 2975. You know.
Okay.
It's gonna need some juice. I mean, what the market needs right here today on this pullback is some juice. So you'll get another test of the highs again, which is just amazing. But bottom line is that that's the way it's set up right now. Now, the NASDAQ has some volume, folks, big time. Right now, you're already at $500,000 on the $500 million on the NASDAQ. That's a big number for only, what are we, an hour into it?
Yeah, an hour and 15 minutes.
That's a big number.
Okay, now I have one more thing to say.
Yes.
It's about REE. It's the Bolivian company that actually you said was Brazilian. It's a company that it was actually they own the electricity in Bolivia from Spain.
So give me a symbol. R what?
Well, it's actually REE, the name.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's the one you mentioned was from Brazil.
Okay. Yes.
And it's actually from Bolivia, and Argentina.
Oh, that's what I meant. Thank you. I meant Bolivia, not Brazil. Thank God.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Some South American countries are actually working very hard to actually remove some interest from Spain and United States from South America.
Right.
And you will see things like that more often.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, unfortunately, or somehow they're doing it. And I have one last question.
Yes.
It's about an article I read in Bloomberg.
Okay.
That some American citizens, wealthy American citizens, are giving up their citizenship and record numbers.
Yeah, they are. And what that's about, folks, is this. Is that it's interesting. Steve and I were just looking at Credit Suisse and we were looking at Credit Suisse in Switzerland, meaning the stock. And the stock, folks, is trading at 1992 levels. And I just said to Steve, that's because the IRS destroyed the Swiss banking business. Because the reality is that bottom line is that you can't hide money.
No privacy.
And, you know, and that's been going on forever. And what Carlos is talking about, folks, is that expatriates, well, what do they call them? There's been a 220% increase in folks that have been giving up their U.S. passport so that they don't have to pay double taxation. Because what happens in the United States, no matter where you live, you have to pay tax on your income. And yeah, so that's what's going on there.
Well, I'm a new American citizen, so if they don't want their citizenship, I take it.
That's a beautiful thing. That's right. Hey, congratulations, man. It's always a pleasure, Carlos.
Thank you, and thank you 1,000 times.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
That's great.
Isn't it? It really is. Yeah, you know, what's interesting about what Carlos is talking about, too, folks, the giving up of citizenships. The largest cup company in the world, every one of these cups that you're drinking, these dark cups, that family. So watch how this works, because I saw this thing. They gave up their citizenship quite a while ago, about 13 years ago. And this is how it works. So right off the coast of the United States, of course, you have Bermuda. Bermuda, if you don't know it, you don't hear about this a lot, folks, but Bermuda is, in fact, much larger than Switzerland in hiding money. And it's not hiding money, it's right in everyone's view. And this is what the difference is. They don't have to hide it because Bermuda was set up as an insurance haven.
Okay.
Okay? And still an insurance haven under British law. So the way it works is this, is that the amount of money that gets pushed down there is astronomical. The place is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's right next to the United States, so they can come back and forth. And us in Florida, we happen to know it quite well because it's so close, okay? And there's plenty of large multinationals, insurance companies in Florida that are Bermuda-based, and they basically are here so they can go right back and forth. Now, what the Dodd Company did is this, and he saved billions and billions of dollars.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what the law is this. When you give up your citizenship, you can only come in the country for 6 months.
Okay.
Okay?
Right, yeah.
So what they do is this. They specifically have one person that makes sure that the family is not in there 1 second.
Yeah.
Over that 6 months.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. The last time I read about this is going back, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get this guy, and they couldn't get him because his records were so meticulous.
Yeah.
And he was doing the right thing.
Okay.
But his records were so meticulous that minute by minute, he had logged where he was because he knew that they wanted his money.
Yeah. Okay.
So, see, in this day and age, it's kind of interesting, actually. You know, the reality is that 6 months is not bad, and you can fly across the rest of the world.
You know, if you got it, yeah. I mean, if that's the lifestyle that you want to lead, you know, you can do it. Now, I know that a lot of boats are licensed.
They're definitely
in Bermuda, aren't they?
In Bermuda, in the Maldives.
Maldives.
Maldives is huge.
Big
and Maldives, folks, is another hideaway. Maldives is a big hideaway.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're cruising, no matter where you're cruising, you see it's a nice looking.
It's the big boats.
It's the big boats. It's a funny looking flag, but the Maldives are where it's at.
They're not really boats.
Yeah, they're yachts. You got it. And what that's about two different things. Is that the corporate structure? What ends up happening with the corporate structure is that you make the corporate structure there. You feed money into it, whether it's through patent money or software money, whatever the money is.
Yes,
you make the company. That's what it's feeding into. Then you create that. The corporation is created, which is pretty expensive, but then the aspect of how you can move around is pretty dramatic. You know what the difference is? Now, this is what the difference is. The difference is if you have an American flag carrier and you are in the British Virgin Islands or anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can call the Coast Guard and you have them on your side. That doesn't happen, with a foreign flag.
Oh,
it's huge.
Okay.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Because last time that Angie and I were down in the British Virgin Islands, we had an American flag carrier.
Yeah.
And it's a big difference.
Yeah.
There's a huge
nice
difference.
Insurance, those guys are there.
In 2 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Something like it. Go along, America, baby. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, we appreciate you being out there. We have the Dow down 52, NASDAQ off 12, S&P's off 6. We're going to be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow off 50, Nasdaq off 13, S&Ps are off 7. And, folks, as you come over to TFNN tonight, Ken Shreve. Ken is an outstanding technician. He's going to be doing a free webinar. It's at 6:30 Eastern Time. You can sign up right on the front page of TFNN. And as you're over there, Tigress, Kate Stalter. Kate has her new newsletter out. That will be out after the close today. You can test drive that 2 weeks absolutely free. And, of course, our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, talk to me about, we have the Master Trader coming up. You're doing a one-day Master Trader.
One day, May...
Across the world, folks.
That's right. That's exactly right. May 18th.
May 18th.
So it's two or three Fridays from now.
Okay.
So it's going to be one full day. And, we were just kind of chatting about it yesterday. It's really about just being able to put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to be teaching people really how to become the expert of that
D point.
That's right. It's all about buying and selling the D point. And it's so easy to be able to do. And the actual cool thing about it, when you take a look at patterns that are out there, when you take a look at A, B, C, D structures, you already have 3 of the 4 points that are made for you. So all you have to do is really become an expert on one area, which is that C to D leg.
Right.
And there are some nuances, little tricks.
Yes.
Okay. But there are techniques that you can use that will absolutely, make you all kinds of money, save you all kinds of money.
Right.
And you can use it in all kinds of trading. It doesn't matter. It works on stocks, works on commodities, works on futures, works on currencies.
Well, look at the small caps. The small caps did it on a You're talking about if you are even a long-term trader, folks, the small caps, it set the whole A to B equals C to D up on a year basis.
Yeah, works on all time frames too. So you can if you are an intraday trader, swing trader,
yes,
you need to be able to identify these patterns, and it's really about becoming that expert of that C to D link. We talked about the XLE as one of the examples as being a real weak link out there, right?
Yes.
You take a look at the XLE. I showed this to folks this morning. The XLE actually made a 1 to 2 A to B equals C to D as it came off of the highs.
Okay.
From February 24th.
Right.
So the 1 to 2, which we know when you do a 1 to 2, you're going to have a change in trend.
That's right.
That price projection was at like the 67, 60 area. There was a smaller ABC, with inside that as well, and just a 1 to 1 A to B equals C to D also completed right there.
Same place, confluence. Two separate trends ended up the same place, folks.
And what does it do? It actually trades down to 67, 68. So it trades right to where it should, okay? And all you really had to do is wait for a confirmation as you got down there. And you've had this thing bounce, and it works like that. If we can go to an entry, take a look at the ES Mini right now. So the ES Mini, and what I showed yesterday to my subscribers on the ES Mini, I showed them that yesterday when you got up to the top, you made a 1 to pi, 1 to 3.14.
Wow.
Okay, was the largest one that was out there.
Okay,
as it made the highs. And you also made a smaller 1 to 1 A to B equals C. When you take a look at today, it made a 1 to 2 so far A to B equals CD down. That price projection, $13.99. It actually got down to $13.89. $13.89 was the actual price projection. It got down to $13.89 and a quarter.
Hey, you were off 2,500 to 1%.
Isn't it terrible? Isn't it terrible? And now what's happening on the 30-minute chart, you got 3 minutes to go.
Yep.
As you make that 1 to 1.272, you're making a bullish engulfing.
Yep.
The next candle, the next half hour between that 11 to 11:30 time frame, is also what I teach people about, to be able to recognize
after you get something like that.
That's right. Okay, so it's about to me it is absolutely the most empowering. From doing
and folks, come over to TFNN right here, right now. You're going to see Steve right on the front page. We have a special promotion that's going from now until May 10th.
And you can use Tiger dollars.
And you can use Tiger dollars.
You're
absolutely.
talking, $400, little over $400. Plus, it includes a newsletter. It's even less than that.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. We're going up to Newton, Massachusetts to be growling and prowling with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Then that's going to be 11 to 1, actually. And then David White back here, 3 to 4, and 4 to 6.
Love you, folks. Go have some coffee with some butter.
That's right. It's a beautiful thing. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks.